If I get some good opportunities, I'm going to try and be aggressive as much as possible. Although looking at the lineup, it's a pretty aggressive table, so I'm going to sit back in the early stages and then just take it from there.
Welcome back. Well, it's been 78 hands, Phil, and the bet frequency stats are actually quite similar, but do they lie? I mean, I guess Matty has been the tightest at the table.
Look at that, hands won 8. Remember, he just won one, so I mean, and then Phil Curtis, you see it right there, don't you? I mean, Phil Curtis has thrown away way too many hands. He's
right.
If I were playing his chips, I'd have another 5 or 6 on that, so it would be hands won, not 13, but more like 18 or 19. I mean, Juha, if you add up those all that free money that he's received in the big blind, it probably is 40, 50,000. He'd be in 5th place.
You're making a strong case, Phil. That obviously Juha's a great player.
And here's Matty on the button with ace deuce.
Cool.
Call? What is that?
Yeah, Matty's...
No! Are you kidding? He folded the 10-8 for 5,000 more. Help, he has a 10-7.
And if Helpy wins this pot, they'll have let him. But...
I mean, what if a 10 comes? Helpy's supposed to go broken, instead he wins the pot.
It is the 7.
Yeah, well, they let him get there.
15,000.
I mean, Phil, you made a strong case. Obviously, Juha is a great player, but these players have allowed him, in your mind, to get here in the sense that...
Not in my mind, in reality.
Yeah, if you put other players in some of the seats, they would have put enough pressure on Juha to send him skint with the cards he got tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, go for it, Dave!
Okay,
go for
now
it, Dave!
You're playing the game.
Look at this! Ha! No.
35,000 total.
No way!
Now that's a beautiful move. So now Juha has to decide here. I mean, look, Juha has to fold this hand. If Juha somehow moves all in, calls, or plays this hand from here, I give him maximum credit here. But Matty's made a nice move here, and it should work.
Phil Curtis seemed to make a nice read on Matty earlier, and obviously the bluff was showed.
Yeah, and that's helping Juha right now. Plus he slammed the chips, and that was kind of weird.
But still, it's so unexpected. And it's just not a drawy board. I mean, Matty's done this with a complete air ball.
Complete air ball.
Pass.
Now he's playing the game. See, now you're playing the game, Matty.
Yes,
I mean, that's the game right there, baby. I mean,
And he's got positive reinforcement.
He should have raised before the flop is what he should have done.
I'm sure you
Ace high.
Now the blinds are going up, Jesse. 7 and 15.
Yeah, a lot of swings and roundabouts. And Tyler, Helpy, and Oberstad, they've been the most aggressive.
Absolutely. And, I mean, Helpy and Oberstad have been very aggressive. And if they hadn't been aggressive, they may be down to like 75,000 each.
pass. Pass.
Here she goes.
All in.
They're seeing that with the king 4.
Yeah.
Pass.
And
There's the ace 3.
ooh.
I mean, he's going to have to eventually make some kind of move, or he's going to get annied out. And he might. That's what's going through his head, because he's actually studying with ace 3 here.
He also, I mean, obviously, having played Annette in the heat, he
knows she moves weak. I mean,
Go on. All in.
wow.
I'm gonna call. Not you again.
Yeah, this is it.
not you again.
Kind of.
He took her out. He took her out of
Oh, nice.
their heat, and now
That's not so bad.
he's poised to take her out.
Dave Matty
Of the
has been
semifinals.
Annette Oberstad's bogey.
Against him, that is.
Yeah.
Like all the flips.
Nemesis, as we'd
Yeah,
say.
nemesis.
Yep.
She's
Just
got
give me
a...
a king and I'm happy.
Yeah, she's
Give me
better-
a king.
Better believe she'll be happy.
And she won't be
Yeah,
happy if it
make
comes
coverage.
ace king.
Good job.
Straight flush.
There's the 4.
Wow, that's a big card
good
here.
for
That
now.
is a big
It's the
card.
exact same as the king, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's not over.
exactly.
9 and 9.
Deuce.
Oh,
Deuce.
it was
I
a
don't want
brave
to do-
call by Dave
Yeah,
Matty,
Jack
but
is
he
dead.
has gone rail
How
bound.
about 10?
It's not over. There was an
Yeah.
ace last time they were all in on the turn, right?
Just gonna king.
Oh my God.
Are you willing to call it over
on.
now, Phil?
Come on. I mean, you know. But that's the danger with the way. That's the danger with the way she plays. She's gonna shove, 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 and she's gonna play a lot of big pots in her life
They
with
weren't
the worst
making it.
hand,
One out.
because everybody knows she's gonna be making big bets
Told you I was
weak,
due.
and they're gonna call her, and she's gonna play a lot of big pots in her life with the worst hand.
You haven't covered that.
That one came out on top.
Yeah, that one.
And
that one she won.
Annette, that could be the ticket that sends her through. It's definitely
1896.
the ticket that sends
How much you
Dave
owe?
Matty
Okay.
out.
Cheers.
He's had a great
Yeah.
tournament, this European Open
Yeah.
for.
Annette, we'll play.
He's going to
Sorry,
get
my bad.
9,000 bucks.
Cheers.
Well, you know, I mean, there was $1,000 between them, and that was out if she doesn't suck
Don't
out,
ever
you know.
get it in with the best possible.
Phil,
Well,
the
again-
same
Curtis
way.
has
Well,
played
again,
very
it's-
passively in the small blind against Juha Helppi. That has to change now, right?
Yeah, absolutely has to change. I mean,
See if Tyler lets him go at it.
Right.
ooh, ace-8.
Right.
He's not going to let him go at it.
It's sort of the identical situation that Nick Slade faced. Actually, it's kind of funny, isn't it?
Ooh, and there's a pair for Phil Curtis. I
No.
think he might go with it.
50,000 total.
He might lay it down. He might go with it. Let's see.
Wow. Gutsy, gutsy.
Well, he had to make a stand, you know,
Nice.
and
Just looking at he wanted to play a bigger pot when
yeah,
it happened.
and exactly. I mean, he had to make a stand. I mean, that's all there was to it. But what all
ace
those
five
folds that he
sometimes.
made earlier with the ace
Make it more
highs
exciting when you
have
get-
forced him to play 2-5s, and that's the thing. You
Right,
folded all
yeah,
those
yeah,
ace
yeah,
highs, and you got
yeah.
yourself in a coin flip.
That's the best
Whereas
side.
if he would have won
Oh,
4 or
but
5
now
of those
already.
pots, he'd have another 60, 70, 80,000 in front of him, and his all-in move there would have just won this pot.
It is a massive coin flip because it's one for Phil Curtis's tournament life.
Gonna
Look
come
at that. I
like
can't
king
believe
face.
the math. He's 55% though.
7-7.
55 against 44. Look at that. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it doesn't-
Not anymore.
No,
Good shot.
most of the time now, this is over.
Yep.
You're not going to put a 5 on
I'm still not convinced this is over. I mean, he's hit some cards. 2 outs.
Tyler will be chip leader from these three if this holds, and we'll have our final table. It's there.
Wow. Final table set.
Good luck, man. Lucky Phil.
And there we go.
Strong tournament from Phil
luck.
Curtis, but the three who are left and going to the final, worthy winners in every sense of the way.
With a little bit of help, Juha had the worst hand. Annette had the worst hand, and then, you know, Tyler almost busted himself
Okay,
early
final
with that
table
kind of
check now.
crazy Jack-9 bluff. But other than that, I mean,
Yeah, I
they
can't
all
complain.
played pretty well.
It was one of those tables. It seemed every time someone got it in with the best hands, they lost. Those are really frustrating. It's very disappointing to come fourth. You know, I really wanted to make the final. At the end of the day, one coin flip at the end there would have got me to the final most likely. So yeah, very disappointed.
Well, perhaps not as explosive as the first semifinal, but strategy and the force of aggression won in the end. Congratulations, guys, making it to the final table. Now, Juha, not an easy start for you this evening.
Yeah, my plan was to build a big stack, but it kind of destroyed when Annette won the race against me, so I had to play a bit differently and just try to survive and make it to top 3.
You got there in the end. Annette, I think the key words you said, "Oh no, not again," when Dave called you there near the end. He's been your bogey this entire tournament.
Yeah, I
hasn't
know.
he?
I just couldn't win a showdown against him until now.
That was the important one.
Yeah, it was.
And through with 200,000+. And Josh, congratulations. It looked like the most significant pots for you happened, I think, the first and second one you played.
Yeah, they were pretty big and a bit of moving at the very start.
You kind of had your caboose in a spot there
I did.
early on.
It looked like a good enough board to have a stab at, so I took advantage.
Well, best of luck to all you guys at the final table. It is the final table next time. These three taking their chips forward and meeting, of course, Ian the Razor Fraser, Craig Burgess, and Nick Slade, where there's about $500,000 in prize money in play in the PartyPoker.com European Open 4.